Hello, hello, YouTube world. It's Alicia Mayo, CEO and founder of Clari-T Media. Clari-T Media is all about human stories and grassroots solutions. Okay? So we're going to work things out together. Thank you so much for joining me for this brief conversation. Today's subject is our health is our wealth. And this subject is on my mind because right now I'm going through something. I'll share that with you in a moment, but I want to give you a chance to hit the like or the thumbs up, share this video with your friends and family afterwards, if not now, and make sure you hit the subscribe button at least. If you're not going to hit the notifications bell so that you know when I go live, at least subscribe to the channel so that you know when I do post something new. It'll pop up in your algorithms, all right? And the content that I share is good, healthy, conversational, um, kind of broad, so that um, I'm touching on a lot of different areas as I go on this journey into retired life here in Negril, Jamaica. All right. So thank you again for joining me here on the channel. So today's topic, like I said, is our health is our wealth. And I want to be very specific today about gut health in particular. And I want to share my own personal experiences with gut health and how I think it's so important and vital and how it shows up in our lives. And so, when I was in the United States before I moved here to Jamaica, I was, eating what I wanted to eat. I was also experiencing a lot of stomach issues, always constipated, and I just could not lose weight like I wanted to. I was stressed out. I was, always gassy. Like I always had a bloated belly and I was always gassy. And like sometimes my gas would be so painful, like I would poot or fart and my God, the burning sensation in my gut would be unbearable. Then there were times when my stomach would be so upset and so impacted and so bloated that I would actually look like I was pregnant. Like I remember what my stomach looked like when I was 3 months pregnant with my children. But oh my goodness, when I was full of SHIT and bloated and gassy, my stomach was impacted and I couldn't go to the bathroom regularly. One time I ended up in the emergency room where they had to, like do some emergency stuff with some things that I never, ever imagined I'd go through it. Like, have you ever heard of a soap enema? A soap enema. And let me just tell you, the soap that they use for the soap enema is a soap that breaks down your bowels movement if it's really, like clay, like clay dirt, like really thick and hard to break down. So they use Dawn dishwashing liquid. Dawn dishwashing liquid for soap enemas. Okay? Imagine how that must feel going into that area, that anus. Soap enemas burn like hell, but they work. But you don't want to ever get to that point where your stomach and bowels are so impacted or your intestines are so impacted that you have to have a soap enema with Dawn dishwashing liquid. But that's why I love Dawn dishwashing liquid. I mean, it really did break down all of the poop that was impacted in my gut and in my intestines. And when it was all over, I learned a really tough lesson about making sure that I have regular bowel movements. Fast forward here today, I was eventually diagnosed with microscopic colitis. Microscopic colitis on my small intestines or my large intestines, I can't remember, but somewhere along my intestinal tract where the waste processes through your body and then is excreted. Um, there is a like a little scratch along my intestines where when the food passes through, it upsets my stomach, and then my stomach but my intestines kind of lock up and don't do the work of massaging the waste out. So the intestines actually kind of do a muscle kind of movement like that where they help to move the waste through your body and out. So my colitis and the scratch on my intestines would flare up, and my intestines would just stop. It would, and it's a weird thing. I had to see a gastroenterologist for it. It's a very serious problem, but once I realized what was happening, once I got the education and learned how to eat better and how to drink more water and how to make sure that I was having regular bowel movements every day, then I started seeing the difference in my weight management, okay? Even in my stress management, okay? So your gut health is really, really, really important and key to the weight loss process. It's key in managing stress in our bodies as well. And I just want to share it with you. That's why I'm here today, live. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I want you to share this video with your friends and family, who might be trying to lose weight, or those who are under a lot of stress. Maybe they're overweight. They look overweight. They have a big bloated stomach. They're always upset. The attitude is, pretty stinky, and they might even smell bad. They might have like a lingering breath odor or a body odor, BO. That is all part of the impacted intestines, is part of the the lack of being able to get rid of the toxins in your body. All right, so just know that your bowel system needs to be regular. You need to drink more water. You need to eat in a way that helps your bowels so that you can better control the stress in your body. You can better control your weight. If you're trying to lose weight and you're full of SHIT, yeah, that's going to be a hard time for you. You're going to have a hard time. You can have that enema, that Dawn dishwashing liquid enema, but before all of that seriousness, just make sure that you are going to the bathroom. You're sitting down, you're taking a moment to rest. Not just a moment. Sometimes you need a couple of hours. Like me, I'm spending the day rebraiding my hair and going to the bathroom, having my bowel movements. And my goodness, like, yeah, I've been really busy lately on these real estate runs, running all over town trying to see what's out there in terms of real estate. I've been really busy having breakfast meetings, and not taking the time to have my regular bowel movement, which happens about 10 a.m., between 8 and 10 a.m. every morning. Okay? That's how regular you'll get once you start getting regular. And it's a good thing because, you won't be full of stuff. You'll get your weight under control. you'll feel better. The fog will be lifted. I mean, literally, your brain fog happens partially because of your, um, constipation. Also, if you got a lot of headaches, you know, either get your eyes checked or check your gut health. Gut health really does affect more parts of our bodies than we realize. I learned that people who are in the best health have small guts. I mean, they don't have problems with their bowels, they don't have stomach issues, they don't have big bellies. The amount of belly fat is very, very small. The levels of cortisone in your belly uh, are really low. So those are just a few ideas for you guys to think about when it comes to losing weight, when it comes to your attitude and how you feel, when it comes to regulating your lifestyle and your nervous system. That's a really popular idea. A lot of people are going with that, regulating their nervous system. I'm trying to get my nervous system in check, because people want to be happy. People want to relax. And part of that will come with regulating your bowel movements. Okay, so let me just quickly see who's here. I'll say hello and then I will go. Okay, hello, hello. All right. Well, hello to all of you who are saying hello. Thank you so much for stopping by to listen to me for this live. Please subscribe, okay? Because I'm just about 200 subscribers away from 1,000, all right? The big 1,000. I think my content is helpful, it's educational, it is critical in some respects for some people. And as a retiree, I'm really trying to make sure that my health is my wealth. And I want you to understand at any age, your health is your wealth as well. All right, so make sure that you take good care of it. Not to mention your mental health. The month of May is not over yet, and May is Mental Health Month awareness, Mental Health Awareness Month. All right, so once you get your stomach in check, everything else will work. Believe me, the colitis episodes were taking me out. I was literally bleeding on my stomach, and it would show up in my bowel movements. And so it was very serious, very critical. I've been paying close attention to it, and I can provide hard evidence and statistical information to back all of this up. But ultimately, I want to warn all of you that your gut health is central. It's like the central um, operating system for the rest of your body. So make sure that you take good care of it. And I'll see you all next time, all right? Thank you so much for tuning in to Clari-T Media. Out of chaos comes clarity. And Clari-T Media is all about our human stories and the ways that we come up with grassroots solutions for ourselves, because we have the capabilities to control what happens to us. We really do, all right? So take good care, all right? See you next time.